And welcome back, everyone, to Wave Review. F1. Saw this last night. My theater reactions out. Uh, Look, cutting right to the chase. It's a good movie. It's an entertaining movie. It's not an original movie in the sense that, like, it's very formulaic. You get the once great, now down on his luck, but still good at what he does. Um, Vet who's pulled back into the circuit by an old friend. He now has to mentor the hotshot rookie who doesn't know respect or patience, but is still good at what he does. Just needs to get better. Them butting heads, them learning to work together. The third act reveals, and will they make it? Will they stay at Grandma's house? Who knows? But you know they will in some capacity. That really is the biggest problem this film has. And if you're not someone who can deal with the formula, then you're probably not gonna. If you're not someone who can deal with that, you probably won't enjoy the film. But that being said, as I said in my out of the theater reaction, a tried and true recipe is still a recipe that works. It's still a recipe that makes a good product. You could have something fancy, or you could have a standard apple pie recipe. Yeah, sure, it's just a standard apple pie, but that doesn't mean it's bad. That doesn't mean it's still not a good food. It's just it's just a standard recipe, and that holds true for cinema. That we can still get these tropes that work as long as you write them appropriately, as long as you write them in a way that makes sense. And it all works here, I think. It does. It all comes together great. Brad Pitt is always a good lead. I mean, the guy now looks like the guy does look like he's in his 50s now. I'll give him that. He's a good-looking 50-something though. Like Brad Pitt, as they say, he's not that old. That's a handsome man. Like, yeah, he's still a good-looking guy. And yeah, he plays the very stock character we've seen from someone like Brad Pitt. The kind of, yeah, I fly by my own rules. I don't really listen to authority, but I'm usually right kind of guy. But I'm not always right, and I gotta also learn to kind of step aside now and then, let my own ego get put in check a little bit. But I said it before, Javier Bardem is kind of a unsung hero of this film, not because he's not because he's not in the film an okay amount. He's actually in the film a decent amount, but I think it's just because it's Javier Bardem. Brad Pitt's an Oscar winner too, but Javier Bardem, he's an Oscar winner. He carries a type of weight, both a level of seriousness and a level of levity that other actors don't. When he's attached to a project, I take the project more seriously. I do. So I think that might be part of it. Anytime he's on screen, I am very much invested in what's going on. And then you got the new guy, the new kid, their ace pilot, if you will, but their driver, ace driver played by Damson Idris. Joshua Pearce is the character's name, and she is. I was thinking of Carrie Condon, who was next to him, and he is also. He's more hot-headed. He's definitely more arrogant, but he's still likable. You buy that this is a kid who's always been the best, but he hasn't had a real avenue to allow himself to show what he really is. He starts off like so many other young kids, just there for the fame, the fortune, the glory. Whereas Brad Pitt's not even constantly says it's not about the money, and it's about racing for him, like trying to recapture the love of racing for him, among other things. I can't spoil too much about this because it is, like I said, a very formulaic movie. But like I said, I could keep going on. Like Carrie Condon is the kind of love interest to Brad Pitt a little bit. She's actually the woman who designs the cars themselves. And I actually really like her in the movie. She's really, she's a good foil to Brad Pitt because she's just as like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna fall for you like that, even though she kind of does. But I do like the fact that she could take the piss out of these guys and go toe to toe with them. and yet still seem believable in falling for someone like Brad Pitt. There's a great scene involving her, um, Jameson, and Brad Pitt where they're playing poker, and I'm like, as a poker player, I'm watching the hands, and I'm like, okay, who's winning that hand? And then the last hand happens, like, yeah, he would have won the hand. He would have won. Yeah, he would have won the hand. And I don't know. Is Carrie Condon? I think Carrie Condon's actually Irish, isn't she? Is that her natural accent, or she just is she putting on an? I mean, she's an Irish actress, so if that's her accent, damn. I mean, she's always been an attractive woman, but something about that accent with her just, I'm just like, I'm like, well, hello there. I mean, would I have a shot? She's 42. I'm only 35. I could have a shot. What? Honey, I'm just going to dump you and hope I can get with Carrie Condon. No, I'm joking, obviously. But no, she was fantastic in the film. Absolutely. And you've heard it said before. I said it in the Out of the Theater. The racing. Really, the meat of this is the racing. And it is intense. They do the Top Gun Maverick thing where they actually put the cameras on the cars. I think they actually had to even develop some new technology to help get the shots, and you feel it every turn when you are speeding along. You are speeding along. When you feel them get hit or hit something, you feel it. When there's an accident, you actually go, "Oh shit!" like that. It is intense. You are on the edge of your seat sometimes. It's good stuff. It really is. There's really not much more I can say about this film, honestly. Now, there were 2 trailers, though, that we got that I don't remember actually seeing. The first trailer was for, I gotta see if I can get this trailers up here real quick. I need a new mouse. I don't have my mouse here. I was wondering why my mouse was kind of had like a glowing red light, but now I know. Oh, that's right. We got the Springsteen biopic, which that looks really good. I hadn't actually seen a trailer for that, but now seeing a trailer for it, let's try that again. We good now? Okay. I gotta say it does look really good. Okay, there we go. Sorry, things are just being very. It's okay. It did something weird with my screen. There, are we good now? Okay, we're good now. Sorry, it did something really stupid. But yeah, we got the Springsteen trailer, and then I can't remember the name of the other movie we got, but I think it's based off a real story. I'm looking through the movies coming out right now. Not Eddington. It stars Peter Dinklage. Channing Tatum's the lead. I know. Crap. Not Lois Lane. Mary Jane Watson. Why am I blanking on the actress's name? She played Mary Jane in and Raimi's Spider-Man movies. Not Kate Winslet. It's gonna come to me, and I'm gonna be like, "That's who it was." Anyway, it's got her in there too, and it's based off a real. I believe based off a real story about a guy who was a robber, but he wasn't violent, and he ended up escaping and hiding out in a Toys R Us for an extended period of time. I can't. Yeah. Wait a minute. Was it called Caught Stealing? Was that what it was called? Caught Stealing. Right. Stop it. Oh, God almighty. It's been so long since I had to navigate using my keypad. What was it? Caught Stealing. Was that it? From Sony Pictures? Kirsten Dunst, by the way. Kirsten Dunst. That's who I'm thinking of. No, it's not Caught Stealing. That's a different movie entirely, which would actually make sense why it wouldn't be that. The one I'm thinking of also has Peter Dinklage in there, and The Toxic Avenger comes out that week, and that's also got Peter Dinklage, so it probably wouldn't be that. I'm not exactly sure which one it is, unfortunately. But yeah, we got those trailers. Those both look interesting. The Bruce Springsteen one, I'm actually really interested in. Because of how we've seen how the Dylan biopic went, we've seen how the Freddie Mercury one, the Elton John one went. The musical biopics seem to be really kind of catching fire as of late. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some that didn't really catch. Like the Aretha Franklin one, Respect, didn't really catch. And the I saw with Tom Hiddleston, which I really liked. That didn't really catch. But like the big ones, like these big tentpole ones, and neither of those are really cemented as like a tentpole film. But yeah, the big tentpole ones, they seem to be really catching as of late. So we'll see if that one can do a Dylan one. I believe that comes out in like October, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what if I remember correctly. So we'll wait and see how that plays out. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one. There won't be, by the way, a review for Megan 2.0. It's just, again, with circumstances right now in my life, I can really only afford to see one movie per week, and just to keep my finances about me at the moment. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.